Hello and welcome. Take a moment to get comfortable. Adjust your pillow. Wrap yourself in your blanket. This is your time to rest and your time to dream. Tonight, we are going to New York City, but not the busy, loud city you know. We are going to the quiet Manhattan, the city of midnight lights and soft shadows. As you listen to my voice, you don't need to try too hard. Just let the words float around you like a gentle breeze. Your mind is clever. It will remember what it needs, even while you sleep. Close your eyes now. Breathe in deeply. And breathe out. Breathe in deeply. And breathe out. Breathe in deeply. Let's begin our journey through the city lights. You are arriving in the heart of Manhattan as the city begins its midnight transformation. The ground under your feet feels strong. And steady like the bedrock of the island itself. The night air is cool and carries the fresh scent of rain on the warm city pavement. In the distance, you hear the low, rhythmic hum of the city that never sleeps. It is a comforting and deep sound, like a giant machine, purring softly in the dark. Look up at the silhouettes of the tall buildings, reaching for the heavy midnight clouds. Everything around you is quiet yet filled with a mysterious and electric energy. You are not a stranger in these streets. Because the city has been waiting for you. Take a slow, deep breath and feel the ancient heartbeat of the New York streets. Your long journey through the lights of the night has officially begun. We are turning onto the historic path of Broadway. The Great White Way is finally resting in the dark. The bright marquees of the theaters are still glowing softly. Every theater tells a different story of glamour and music. You walk past the heavy velvet curtains hidden behind the glass. The sidewalk is wide and empty under your feet. The air smells like old wood and expensive perfume. You hear the faint sound of a saxophone from a distant club. It is a lonely and beautiful melody in the night. The shadows of the tall buildings stretch across the road. Thousands of actors have walked these stones before you. Now the stage is dark and the audience is sleeping. You feel the creative spirit of the city all around you. The giant posters look like paintings in the moonlight. Everything is elegant and filled with a peaceful magic. Take a slow step and listen to the echo of the street. We walk onto Fifth Avenue. We are standing directly under the silver giant. The magnificent Art Deco tower reaches up to the stars. The spire touches the moon in the dark sky. The white light at the top is soft and ethereal. It illuminates the midnight mist moving around the peak. You are walking in the long shadow of history. In this shadow, you feel protected and calm. This monument has watched over the city for 100 years. It has seen 1,000,000 stories begin and end. The limestone walls are strong and ancient. The vintage street lamps cast a warm golden glow on the ground. The sidewalk is completely empty and silent. You feel safe in the majestic presence of this New York icon. Take a slow and deep breath. Look up at the glowing silver spire. Listen to the wind whistling between the tall buildings. The city is a vast forest of light. And this is the tallest and strongest tree in the woods. We are walking toward the bright and electric heart of the city. The glowing lights of Times Square appear through the midnight mist. At this late hour, the famous red stairs are empty and quiet. The massive digital screens are like 1,000 artificial suns. Everything is a wash of electric blue-pink and gold. Vibrant colors reflect on the dark, wet asphalt. It is a surreal world of light, standing in the middle of the dark night. The yellow taxis glide like ghosts through the empty intersections. Their tires make a soft splashing sound on the rain. You see your own reflection in the glass of the giant stores. The city is dreaming in Technicolor. And you are now part of this vivid dream. There's no noise. Hear only the soft electronic hum of the signs. It is a quiet and beautiful ocean of light. You feel calm and completely safe. The energy of the city is now a gentle lullaby. Take a slow breath and watch the colors dance. Hello and welcome on a quiet, private balcony, high above the streets of Manhattan. The air here is different. It is cool, fresh, and smells like the coming night. Below you, the city of New York stretches out like a vast, glowing ocean. Millions of lights are flickering in the dark. They look like tiny diamonds scattered on a piece of black velvet. Look at the skyscrapers. They are like silent giants made of glass and steel. The Empire State Building stands proud in the distance, its silver top glowing with a soft, steady light. Everything is moving in slow motion. You can see the tiny yellow sparks of taxis moving far below, but you cannot hear their engines. Here you are surrounded by a beautiful, heavy silence. The The sky above is a deep indigo blue. There are no stars visible because the city lights are so bright, but the moon is there, watching over the island. Take a slow, deep breath. Your breath is like the wind moving between the skyscrapers, effortless and free. Feel your heart rate slowing down to match the quiet pulse of the night. There is no rush. There is no noise in your mind. Just the air, the height, and the deep indigo silence. You are perfectly still. You are perfectly calm. Feel the peace of being so high up. The world below is busy, but here you are safe. You are just an observer. The buildings, the lights, and the dark water of the river, they all belong to this moment. Your mind is becoming as calm as the horizon. You are ready to explore the heart of the city. Let's go down, step by step, into the quiet streets. We leave the heights of the balcony and move down to the earth. We are walking softly toward the iron gates of Central Park. It is the green heart of the city, now resting under a blanket of darkness and velvet shadows. As we enter the park, the sound of the streets begins to fade away. The hard pavement under your feet changes to soft, cool grass. You can smell the scent of damp earth, fresh leaves, and the sleeping flowers. It is a secret world in the middle of the giants. We walk along a winding, narrow path. The trees stand like old friends, their branches whispering in the night wind. I'll listen to them. S-H-H-H. S-H-H-H. They are telling stories of 100 years. Look at the lake ahead. The water is as still as a mirror. It reflects the distant lights of the skyscrapers, turning them into long, golden ribbons on the surface. The water is dark and deep, holding the dreams of the city. You find a wooden bench near the water's edge. You sit down and feel the total stillness. Above you, the moon is hanging low, casting a soft, silver glow over the grass. It is so quiet that you can hear your own heartbeat. Everything here is slow. Everything is calm. You hear a small, gentle splash in the water. Perhaps a fish waking for a moment. Then silence returns, deeper than before. You feel a deep sense of peace in your chest. The busy city is all around you, but here in the park, you are hidden and safe. You are in an oasis of quiet. Take another breath. Slow and deep. Slow and deep. Your mind is as clear as the moonlight on the water. You are becoming heavier and more relaxed with every second. We leave the wide paths of the park and wander into the narrow, winding streets of Greenwich Village. This part of the city feels different. It feels like a small village hidden inside the giant metropolis. The buildings here are shorter, made of warm red brick. Many of them are covered in green ivy, now dark in the moonlight. You walk past beautiful houses with white shutters and steep stone steps. The air here is warm and still. You catch a faint, sweet aroma coming from a small basement bakery. A scent of vanilla and toasted sugar. Further down the street, you smell the rich, earthy aroma of freshly ground coffee from a silent cafe. Your footsteps make a soft, rhythmic sound on the old cobblestones. Tap, tap, tap. The street lamps are vintage, casting a warm, amber glow on the walls. The shadows are long and soft. You look through a window of a quiet bookstore. Thousands of books are resting on the shelves, waiting for the morning. Everything is frozen in a moment of peace. There are no loud cars here. Just the occasional sound of a bicycle bell in the distance. Or the soft murmur of the wind between the buildings. This is the place where artists and dreamers live. You can feel their stories in the air. It is a place of creativity and quiet thoughts. As you walk, your body feels lighter. Your mind is drifting through these beautiful alleys. You are miles away from your worries. You are home in the heart of the city. We're crossing Houston Street and leaving the quiet red bricks behind. Now we enter the historic district of SoHo. The atmosphere changes as we step onto the ancient cobblestones. These stones have been here for over 100 years. They are dark and polished by time. In the moonlight, they shine like the surface of a deep lake. These streets are famous for their magnificent cast iron buildings. They look like industrial cathedrals standing in the midnight mist. Enormous glass windows reflect the city lights like giant dark mirrors. You see the iconic black fire escapes zigzagging up the walls. They create beautiful geometric shadows on the red brick. In the silence of the night, SoHo feels like a peaceful art gallery. The luxury shops are resting behind their heavy metal doors. The boutiques are closed and the mannequins are still. The air smells of rain and cold, expensive stone. Everything here is symmetrical, grand, and perfectly quiet. You hear the echo of your own footsteps between the high walls. You feel the strength of the iron and the softness of the shadows. The city is a forest of metal and stone. And you are walking through its most elegant secret. Every step on the cobblestones takes you deeper into your dreams. Imagine you are standing toward the edge of the island. Where the solid stone of the city meets the dark, moving water. We are standing by the Hudson River. The air here is different. It is mistier, cooler, and carries the scent of the sea. You can feel the soft, invisible spray of the water on your face. It feels like a gentle, cool caress, refreshing your skin. Look across the water at the Brooklyn Bridge. It is a masterpiece of light and shadow. Its long, silver cables look like giant harp strings stretched against the dark sky. The lights of the cars moving across the bridge are like a slow, silent string of golden pearls moving in a perfect, peaceful line. The river is deep and quiet tonight, like a sleeping giant. You hear the water lapping gently against the wooden piers below. Splosh, splash. It is a rhythmic, hypnotic sound. Almost like the city itself is breathing in its sleep. Listen to the water. It has no worries. It just flows. A soft, white mist is rolling in from the harbor. It slowly blurs the sharp edges of the skyscrapers behind us. The lights of the city become soft glows of yellow and blue through the fog. Everything is becoming softer, less real, more like a dream. You watch a small ferry boat moving slowly across the water. Its tiny red and green lights flicker in the distance and then disappear into the thick fog. You are here, but you are also drifting. Drifting away with the current. You feel a heavy, wonderful tiredness in your arms and legs. Your body feels as steady as the bridge, but your mind is as fluid as the river. Like the water flowing slowly toward the deep sea, your thoughts are flowing toward a deep, peaceful rest. There is nothing you need to do now. There is nowhere you need to go. All the noise of the day has been washed away by the river. You are exactly where you are meant to be, safe, still, and calm. Let's walk away from the river now. Back toward the center of the island. We stand before a grand building with two majestic stone lions guarding the entrance. This is the New York Public Library. Inside, the air is still and cool. It smells of old paper, mahogany wood, and centuries of history. It is a temple of knowledge, and tonight it belongs only to the shadows and the moonlight. Imagine the great reading room. The ceilings are so high they disappear into the darkness, decorated with golden clouds. Thousands of books are resting on the shelves. Millions of words, just like the ones you are learning tonight, are sleeping in perfect order. The long, heavy wooden tables are empty and polished. The green desk lamps are turned off, but the moonlight shines through the tall, arched windows, casting silver rectangles on the floor. You can almost hear the faint rustle of pages from the past. Flick. 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 Here, every word is a dream waiting to be read. You feel the weight of all these stories. They are peaceful. They are quiet. Your mind feels like a library too. Organized, calm, and full of beautiful new words. You walk slowly through the rows of books, touching the leather spines with your fingertips. You don't need to read them now. You just need to feel the silence they offer. It is a deep, intellectual peace. A sanctuary for your mind. Now we follow a staircase deep underground. You leave the surface and enter a subway station at 3 in the morning. Usually, this place is a hive of rushing people and loud announcements. But now, it is a cathedral of steel and tiles. The platform is empty and clean. The yellow line on the ground glows under the soft, white, fluorescent lights. You hear a faint, low vibration beneath your feet. It's a distant train moving through a tunnel miles away. It sounds like a giant cat purring under the city. It is a comforting, rhythmic vibration that vibrates in your chest. The air here is cool and moves slowly in a gentle draft. You watch the dust motes dancing in the light. There is no rush, no schedule, no next stop. The subway is the heartbeat of New York, and right now, that heartbeat is slow, steady, and calm. Just like your breath. In and out. In and out. The tunnels are like long, dark hallways leading to a dream. You look down the tracks, where the silver rails disappear into the darkness. We wait for a moment in the stillness, enjoying the perfect solitude of the underground. You are safe. You are drifting toward the end of the line, where sleep begins. We walk further south. Moving away from the lights, deep into the narrow canyons of the financial district. Here, the modern world is built on foundations of heavy stone and centuries of history. This is Wall Street. During the day, this street is a river of noise, rushing people, and fast thoughts. But tonight, it is a cathedral of silence. The walls of the skyscrapers rise up so high that they seem to touch each other, leaving only a tiny ribbon of the dark, indigo sky far above. You are walking at the bottom of a giant stone canyon. The grand, white columns of the stock exchange stand like frozen sentinels in the moonlight. There are no phones ringing now. No shouting. Only the soft, hollow whistle of the wind blowing between the towers. Feel the solid ground beneath your feet. The stone is cold, permanent, and strong. These buildings were built piece by piece, with patience. You feel that same strength growing inside your mind. The shadows here are long, reaching across the street like dark velvet. You feel small in this place of giant monuments, but you feel incredibly safe. Everything is resting now. The machines, the money, and the grand ambitions. They are all sleeping under the silver moon. The city is holding its breath. Now the scenery changes once more. We leave the tall, gray stone canyons and turn a corner into the warm, vibrant heart of Chinatown. It feels like stepping into a different dream. The air here is thick and rich with 1,000 scents. As you walk, you smell the sweetness of dried lychees. The sharp, warming scent of ginger root. And the deep, earthy aroma of star anise. Somewhere in a hidden room above, someone is brewing jasmine tea. And the faint floral scent floats down to the street like a memory. Red and gold lanterns hang in long rows across the narrow alleys, swaying gently like heavy fruit in the night breeze. They cast a warm, crimson glow onto the old brick walls. You see signs covered in beautiful Chinese characters. The ink is dark and artistic. You don't need to understand them. Just let your eyes follow their elegant curves You pause by the window of an old apothecary. Inside, you see hundreds of tiny wooden drawers and glass jars filled with mysterious herbs, roots, and dried flowers. It is a place of ancient wisdom, a place that knows how to heal and how to rest. The colors here, the deep reds, the shimmering golds, and the forest greensaires soft and blurry in the night mist. They are like a watercolor painting left out in the rain. You feel a sense of wonder, as if the city is showing you its most private soul. Your mind is quiet. Your heart is steady. And you are feeling a beautiful, heavy sleepiness coming over you. You are almost at home. We are slowly leaving the vibrant maze of Chinatown. The golden dragons and red lanterns are fading into the mist behind us. Every step north takes us further away from the bustling markets. We reach Canal Street, the wide artery that divides the island. Here, the air begins to change. The scent of ginger and lemongrass is replaced by the crisp, metallic smell of the night city. As we cross the wide road, the neon signs become softer, turning into warm, amber glows. You are leaving the noise and entering a zone of deep architectural silence. The buildings are changing their faces. The small, crowded shops are gone. In their place, massive stone structures begin to rise. They are grand and silent, like guardians of a forgotten era. You feel a sense of relief as the space around you opens up. The transition is almost magical. As if you are walking through a portal into a different New York. Our journey through the night city has come to an end. New York is now a distant memory of lights and shadows. You are back in the perfect stillness of your room. Wrapped in the warmth of your blankets. Your body feels heavy and calm. Your breathing is slow. Study the English words we heard tonight. The skyscrapers, the park, the river. They are all safely tucked away in your mind. You don't need to think about them anymore. Your mind knows how to keep them while you sleep. The lights of Manhattan are turning off, one by one. The streets are empty. The city is finally at peace. Let go of the day. Let go of the thoughts. There is only this moment. This silence. And this rest. Everything is soft. Everything is dark velvet. You are drifting away. Deeper and deeper into a beautiful, dreamless sleep. Good night, New York. Good night. To you. Sleep now. Sleep. Now the scenery changes once more.